There's finally another option in the world of electric SUVs. The Lucid Air has long been known as the electric car with the longest range, but Lucid is finally branching out with a bigger option, the Lucid Gravity. It offers a similar design sensibility as the Air, with more room on the inside and pretty great performance. The Lucid Air could well be the go-to electric SUV, at least when it comes to luxury options. Curious to learn more? Here's everything you need to know. If you've seen the Lucid Air, you have an idea about the overall design of the Lucid Gravity. The car is sleek and stylish, and while it's not the most unique looking car out there, it's clearly a premium car overall. On the front of the Gravity can be found two slim headlights and a swooping hood that arcs across the front. The side profile of the car slopes down away toward the back, where you're going to find a rear light bar. In most color options, there's a two-tone look, which some will love and others won't. In some ways, the Gravity looks simply like a taller version of the Air. But again, that's not a bad thing. It's not the most revolutionary design, but it still looks quite good. The interior of the Lucid Gravity is premium too. There's a nice stitched leather that in most of the images is a saddle brown. Like in the Lucid Air, there are two displays at the front of the car. There's one super wide display that stretches along the front for lights and wipers, instrument monitoring and mapping, and a secondary display that can be used for climate controls, driving modes, and other settings. This particular dual display setup is somewhat unique to the Lucid Gravity and Lucid Air, and having driven the Air, I can say it's relatively intuitive and easy to get used to. The Gravity is, of course, more roomy than the Air, to the point where it offers 3 rows of seats. There's also a center console for storage in between the 2 front seats, and a pair of tables can fold out from the front seats for the second row passengers. The Lucid Air came in a number of different models, and it's entirely possible that the Gravity will eventually be available in multiple trim levels too. Lucid hasn't meant yet to announce the trim levels for the car, so we can only speculate. If the Gravity is like the Air, it could come in a base, pure trim, ranging up to the Touring, Grand Touring, Dream Edition, and Sapphire packages. If those trims are planned, it's unlikely they'll all be released at launch. After all, Lucid only just recently launched the Lucid Air Sapphire. The Lucid Air is known for its excellent range, and thankfully that continues with the Lucid Gravity. The Lucid Gravity, according to Lucid, will have a range of more range than 440 miles. And while we do expect that figure to be for the highest range models, even the base model will likely have a better range than most other cars out there. We'll have to wait and see though. The charging speed will be excellent too. Lucid says that the Gravity will get up to 200 miles of range in 15 minutes via a 350 kilowatt charging station. That means that the Gravity will be one of the fastest charging cars out there today, and we'll be able to take full advantage of the faster charging stations. And the Lucid Gravity doesn't just actually offer an excellent range. It's quick too. The Gravity will come with dual electric motors, with all-wheel drive being standard, at least at the beginning. Exact numbers for the performance of the Gravity have yet to be revealed, but it's likely that the Gravity will offer similar performance to the Lucid Air. That means that it'll get around 480 horsepower in the base pure model, 620 horsepower in the Touring trim, and 1,050 horsepower in the Grand Touring trim. We'll have to wait and see exactly how well the Lucid Gravity performs in the real world. But if the Gravity is anything like the Air, it could end up being one of the fastest electric cars out there. The Lucid Air Dream Edition currently sits only behind the Tesla Model S Plaid on the list of the fastest production cars. And sure, they don't expect the Lucid Gravity to save us from a lack of affordable electric SUVs. The Lucid Air starts at $74,900, and the Gravity will be the same neighborhood. Lucid has said that the car will have a starting price of under $80,000, but we don't expect it to be much under that. Of course, that price will be for the base trim of the car, and higher-end models will certainly cost more. Just look at the Sapphire edition of the Lucid Air, which had a starting price of around $249,000, and it's hard to imagine that Lucid won't eventually offer a similarly priced version of the Gravity. And so when will you be able to get your hands on the Lucid Gravity for yourself? Unfortunately, it's still have to wait a while. Lucid has said that the Gravity will be available starting in late 2024, so it may still be a year out from consumer availability. You can order it now, though, if you so choose, but again, it will be some time before you actually get it.